Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922 here to do more episode reviews. Captain Earth. I want to mention something that I'm pretty sure everyone knows, hockey. Oh, Shoko Hockey. He was saying about Captain Earth that, like, they're outnumbered. Like, seriously, they're outnumbered. And it's kind of true, so to speak. I mean, like, in this episode... See, here's the thing I have a problem with these designer children. They believe that Daichi and everyone else, they're not real humans. They're saying, oh, because they died. First of all, you must live in Bizarro Land if you think that every... See, that's the whole thing I don't understand about Captain Earth and these designer children and the, Kilt Gang. Do you honestly believe, first of all, even if you kill everyone on Earth, it's just you? And how many of you do you actually think will populate the world? People need to die. They act as if, oh, well, they're not true humans because they die. No, you're not true humans because you're a fucking freak. Like a bastard. But essentially we get introduced in this episode to another designer children known as Lin. Now, we get introduced to this professor who's with this kid in the university. And that kind of made me think about, like, where this show is going. Because at first, it seemed like, oh, Jesse and James, once again, going in there and trying to get Lin. Now, I figured from that scene that we weren't going to see that professor ever again throughout the series. I figured that we wouldn't be seeing her again. But, towards the end of the episode, surprise, we do. And I was like, huh. Apparently her name's Mao, I think. And, it was a big surprise because I figured, usually you don't get, because usually when they were attacking people and everything to get the designer child, they would, just eliminate them and ask questions later. But this professor, or teacher you could call it, made another appearance towards the end of the episode. I found that very intriguing in the episode. Overall, for this episode, I would probably give this a 4.5 out of 5. I rated high because teppei. Yo, teppei, man. Yo, teppei was the shit. It is kind of... Well, it wasn't really like... I'm not calling it... His little uniform, blue uniform. His mech that he used in this episode, badass. Real badass. I'm dead serious when I say that. Because it has a cannon, like a beam cannon, and it's got a shield. Like, it's so much more badass than Taichi's. I'm like, what's up with that? They're jipping Daichi shit. They're like, Daichi, are you gonna get this white robot? Teppei, you're gonna get this robot that's got a beam like... And Daichi's like, what? What about me? No, you're good. You're good. It's like, Teppei's got a better robot than I do. No. That's what it felt like. But before that all happened, we have this girl, Lin, who she drives a motorcycle, and she's like, it's a whole riding on the wind kind of thing. And we have her at the university, and what ends on happening is we have this cute little scene also with Daichi and Hana. They're like kissing and shit, and she's like, oh, no touchy. And we get the two, Jesse and James. I'm calling them Jesse and James. I don't give a fuck. They're Jesse and James blasting off again. Stupid fucking twats. Anyway, dude, shit. Basically, they go in there and they go to where Lin is, where she's getting tested and shit, and they awaken her. And they sort of... They don't attack. Well, they do. They do. They attack the two that are there, which is this professor who are doing a test on her. I think it's like an MRI or some shit like that. And the other guy. Now, when that happened, I'm thinking, okay, now we're moving on from that. We do. But towards the end, we see the professor again. And we find out later on something important. But let's go first to what happened after that. So, Lynn's been awakened. And they notice Daichi. Lynn decides to confront Daichi and talk to him. The whole conversation she was saying, though, fucking stupid. How, oh, you're not real humans, and he disagreed. And I'm like, this bitch is crazy. Someone take her out. And unfortunately, what ends on happening is Daichi then goes fights her again in the robot this time, because they had a little tussle. But what ends on happening is he doesn't prevent her from activating it, the Goodfellow Kilt Gang. And she actually, that Kilt Gang gets activated. And this is like, holy shit, Daichi fucked up, he didn't succeed. And like, the message they're sending in this show right now is that Daichi, Hana, Akari, and Teppei are a team. Yeah, that's essentially what they're saying. So this isn't like, Evangelion. This isn't like, some Opal Suit Gundam. Well, maybe some. But they're like a team. They're a team. And if one person fails to do something, there's somebody else to back them up. That's basically what they were trying to do in this episode. And Teppei is in the wings on it. Even though the Kill King's been activated and is headed towards Earth, he goes out with his robot. Nebula, I think they called it, which is really badass. Oh my god, when I saw this shit, I was, there was this scene where he's going through the transformation shit, and like there's smoke coming out of the robot's mouth. I was like, that's the thumbnail, by the way. I was like, holy shit, that is awesome. That is freaking awesome. And here's the thing I'm a little wondering about, people. Teppei's robot is like 5 times million times, at least 5 million times better than Daichi's. Daichi got ripped off. Seriously? He got ripped off. Yo, his commander fucked him over. He basically said, hey, here's this robot. Teppei, you get this badass robot with a cannon and a shield and shit. So basically, he ends up fighting the Kilt Gang. That whole, thing. It's really fast. It's that girl with the wind. And they also, another thing is, they call Daichi and Teppei Neo something? Neo Panny? That's the name they've given them. And, he's having this badass fight, and it's really fast, the Kilt Gang. It's really like, it's shooting him out all directions, and he's able, Teppei to find it. And he shoots it. And he knocks her. And I was like, yo, awesome. That was an awesome fight. That really had me hyped. So yeah, 4.5 out of 5 for this one. And after that, we basically have, captain and all that stuff. Congratulations, that they're a team now. We get 2 more scenes in the episode. We get, Lynn. Lynn, she, has a different perception now of Daichi. Well, not Daichi. Well, more to the point of Teppei saying how, the Neo Panties, the Live Laster gun, she has a respect for them, or that she likes them, or some kind of weird emotion that's going through her. Now, at the very end of the episode, we see that doctor again, that professor. And we see her going, I don't know where she's going, home, or she's at this facility. I think she's at her home. And she's looking at this kind of robot thing, and she turns around, and someone says to her, Mao-chan, and we see this little girl called Setsuna. She has on her shoulder a creature that is pretty much exactly like Pitts. You know, Hana's friend. Squirrel friend. But instead of it being blue, it's pink. And I was like, oh. Now, I think what they're going with here is that that's the next designer child, but I'm not 100% sure. Because it seems like there's an interaction between the two in the next week's episode. So it was kind of interesting how that went about. And I'm looking forward to this now, to a certain extent. And I thought this was a breath of fresh air, this episode also, because we've been treading along with Captain Earth. I mean, I know you gotta awaken the designer children and create the guilt gangs more, yeah. But I would like to see some space battles, please. And we got a space battle with teppei. So this was pretty badass. I thought it was a good episode. 4.5 out of 5. You see the thumbnail, man. That was awesome. It was awesome. Teppei, man. Teppei? Daichi. Man, I think so, man. Yo, Daichi's gonna be like, he's gonna look at Commander's like, so, why do I got the bulky piece of fucking crap robot and Teppei's got this blue, sleek, smooth thing? Teppei's got a cannon and a shield. I got, what, missiles? No! I want that! So Daichi's like the captain and he gets the worst robot. At least that's what I think. Yeah. You guys tell me. Yeah. But I think that for this episode, towards the end, I think this Setsuna, I don't think she's going to be with. I think there's going to be more of a connection. At least that's what I think. I think there's going to be more of a connection. I think they're going to, you know. And the name of this episode, like I think I told you guys before, On the Windy Planet. So yeah. This should be interesting. And the next week's episode is going to be called Through the Window of Setsuna. So this should be interesting. This is taking a different turn, Captain Earth. And it's doing well, at least to a certain point. The last couple episodes have treaded. But even though they've tread water and just boring stuff going on, now we've gone to this point and, you know, there's some good shit coming away. And to hockey, I will say this. Yeah, but at least, they might be outnumbered, but at least now they have 2 robots. At least you now have Teppei and Daichi doing duel. You know? And I don't think it's going to be as bad as you think, Hockey, because here's the thing. I don't think they can go, well, 2 of them can go at the same time, and I don't think they would do that. Like 3 kill games coming out at the same time, you know? But we'll see. Should be interesting. I'm looking forward to Captain Earth, to be honest with you. Next week sounds very interesting. We'll wait and see what happens. So yeah, I'm BombCon922. I'll see you guys later. You got Teppei, man. Yo, Teppei. That was awesome shit. Last week was Akari, and she was like... And then this week we got Teppei with his blast. He was, you know what he was like? Holy shit, I just realized it. Mega Man. I went there. Yes, I went there. He was like Mega Man. I'm calling it out. He was like, I'll see you guys later. Peace.